Dear Lord, please watch over us while we strive to make the town a better place to live and work in. Here. 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 Here.
Yeah.
Here. This President, we had a presentation. We do that prior to, session. We have D, shut it off. We have a motion, we have to do, D for the purpose of, all the things, make a motion. Aye. So.
Yeah, our community is still wonderful. We come to the veterans. Every year, we give Christmas to veterans of Washington Square. This year, we have 44 veterans, and it's just so glad to go and see these veterans all hauled up in a ball, laying on the bed. And they don't never ask for anything. And the story that comes to my mind is Officer Mobley is here when I at the county meeting. Veteran, his car, a white car, and every morning, Officer Mobley very honest, and I was gentleman, she rapid, every morning, well, he said, if it wasn't for our veterans, we wouldn't have the rights we have. I would do anything for our veterans. He said, I want you to know, we have the best community in Niles. We have the best safety force in Niles because she called in and the whole Niles Police Department, we have raised money for book bags and give away in office for all kids. And later, we partnered with Actors Gate Hospital one year. And it wasn't for the Niles Police Department giving us shoulders, first actors, vendors. We took it out to Actors Gate Hospital. What we've always done for veterans, we are not the radio, and it's there. Nicole called me. We hit enough scars on the tree. I was going to do some health issues, radiation every day. Nicole called me and said, hey, the trees are want to get it. And I said, the salt in the tree was on the soil. Please, I think we're going to recognize now the police department and keep following. I have many people out here. Thank you so much for what we do for our veterans. I appreciate it.
That would in the community, you get, there's an opportunity, they got, about the community set it up and it has been part of the community. I think they moving a lot of it, so much stuff in there. I don't know.
They got one day till that.
Yeah. I'm able to run and was all not very idle and a lot of people walking out and all night, a lot of people walking in the roads and things. And we need a machine. I mean, I post a machine. There's a lot of people now. Think of mine out. They've known, and it's just continues to happen. I know it's not good, and you know what? I'm just not going to do that out. There's somebody that's don't worry about that. And that is somebody's managed. And that's who that would be. But it's horrible. If they're doing your work and they're doing Ambrose, then why are they waiting to do much which runs between? There should be no waiting, they should be able to get that done. Then, you know, this, to me, is almost not worth coming. This, what this city council does is so close and secrecy, and I don't believe that is next. You know, I mean, you got jerks like this to be bad. Well, okay. President, city council's president, those two, you got douches like this to be bad. Sitting there, running that has to this guy here. And now, they're not just one, there's four. So maybe nothing may get done here. That guy, back this, he needs to go. He ain't no good as his mayor. He's good as his manager in the office. But outside of that, he doesn't give a crap about his decisions. Like history. I'm still got 3 inches of ice on me from the storm before the one that put 16 inches of snow on it. So, again, you got douchebags like him. It shouldn't even be in this. Yeah. motion to adjourn? Motion by Mr. President. Second. Second by Mr. Schuler. Clerk call the roll.
Mr. Brown,
No.
Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Lester,
Yes.
Mr. Julian.
No.
Mr. Lester.
Yes.
Mr. Strickland.
Yes.
5 days, 2 minutes.
Right, that was, however, it doesn't change. This guy doesn't do any work. Doesn't do it. Look at the utilities. Utilities maybe last time, 2 years, 1 meeting. One item on there was important. And it was tabled, never taken. And I don't even know if it was taken care of to this day. This informative meeting here before this, unless there's a rate hike down the road someplace, I don't see a reason why there was a meeting. And you know, you didn't have to open it up to the public, but the fact of the matter is the public should be informed of these things. And we shouldn't, the idea that you might as well have to, because we couldn't see what you were looking at. And I noticed that once again, there doesn't seem to be a Zoom picture for city council. So I'd like to interject if you don't mind. There is a Zoom. We're doing it differently, so there's a module that is down. Oh, I'm glad to be wrong. Thank you. Yeah, they're going a little old school. Just they are watching. That is great. So, model on about this douchebag, model on about that douchebag, and that's all I got to say. Any other public comments?
Why is it?
She told me about this other week, and we had a conversation. So her question is, I know we do priority plowing based on traffic flows and what have you. Her question was, what is the priority for truck route? You know, going down North Avenue, going up the axis, truck route, all are those priority ones to use?
We'll have to look into that with our streets and don't have an answer.
Sorry.
until we got every electric.
Yeah, periodically throughout the year, it is due to, staffing and inclement weather. It's always been like that, and as we convey, we recognize the problem and the issues specifically because manual reads that we got on the electric meters. With our upcoming electric meter upgrade projects, moving to a AMR system that is going to, and to absolutely fix that. As with the water meters, the reason it's not coinciding is because of the electric. So water meters are pretty much all completed, that project, that'll be finalized, spring of this year. Electric meters to follow, and once those, AMI meters are installed, we'll be able to set both water and electric to 1 day, 30 days, 60 days, whatever we choose, will be a 30 day. But until the manual reads are eliminated and, due to staff issues periodically throughout the year and the inclement weather periodically throughout the year. That's the problem. That's always been the problem. We've, identified.
Right, I have a question. So we did upgrade the software, correct? We're just waiting to upgrade the meters now.
The building software?
Yeah.
The building software is in the final stage of the upgrade, transferring from, UC SSI. And then we
July 24th. So my suggestion would be, I don't know what that software will allow. I understand the physical reading was 45 days. Aren't we able to put an amount to do with that ago? I mean, they're still going to pay the same amount, just 12 months, there's only so many buildings. If we had a 45-day bill, but we would just cap the amount due at the 30-day mark. Because I know there's a lot of concern online came up with people who are on fixed income. And I totally sympathetic to people that all of a sudden the higher bill of what they're expecting. It's the same bill that having a 2 month payment. But if they're out of pocket and it's under 1 month below their budget, is it possible to cap it not do it 30 days?
What we would do in that situation, if it is not a previous issue, we wouldn't require, we would put them on a 3 month payment and do with all hardship cases. That would be an option, for them to, I guess, I would say, yeah, I mean, we would have the ability to either or through a, hardship.
I'm not just going to share the whole utility agreement because I agree, this has been an issue that's for a couple of years now, right, Aaron? We talked about this.
Yeah, and I think that's why we need to talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how this is clear. It's a big investment in the software. And this is what I think we can do. We need the physical read, they owe the 45 days, but we can just how much is due at the time that they will. Try to be sympathetic. Keep on.
And
We gotta be able to find a way to so that cut the bill off for days, regardless of when we see it now. Because it puts them on a payment plan when they're paying their bill, the 30-day bill time, and they're on payment to the other, and then it's just 15 or 49 days the next month as well, all of a sudden they're chasing forever, which should be a simple 30-day bill. I'm saying 30 days bill and then non forward would be. Yeah, we know that already you can have it on the bill if the software level, and we support that remaining amount due on their bill cap at 30 days. Right.
and again, when we get away from manual reads, that is going to, that is the absolute reason why that's happening. and you can say, it's 1 year or 2 years. Guess what? What was happening 15 years, 20 years? Okay, so, when you identify that, we have all collectively, agreed to move forward with the system and absolutely eliminate that. Eliminate that larger duration, cap it at 30 days. And this doesn't, I believe we can all agree that this is not consistent throughout the years. This is periodic, situation, mostly because of the holidays, end of the year, beginning of the year, and bad weather. You know, and you can't put union contract, keep meter readers in sub-zero weather for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, reading meters. Do they read them? Absolutely, but that delays, that meter route, that delays that, bill cycle causes that long duration. Now, the next month, when weather is conducive, that we get conducive, that's when we have to catch up. So, typically how this works out is a 45-day read, 1 month, but then the next month it's down to a 25-day.
I think that's the concern is that it's not consistent, like you said, it's sort of terms in this case, $300-400 annual bill they're used to, and people on fixed income just as behind. So you're gonna have your first, just feel it, find a way through utilities, see if we can capture this, because the parents of the James and, maybe since you've been on this team as well, we have this concern, that keeps coming up about this bill, these large bills. And, there are some people that are on set of fixed incomes, and this does set them back. And to get, find a way to modern technology, targetedly, we can cut your off billing 30 days, and then eventually carry over again. So, I think that, like I see that go to utilities if you could.
Yeah, I think that's something we can do, just to look at it, and I'm not sure how the software works, but we'd have to discuss that and see how that works, and if we're capable of doing that. I see this all the time, people complaining about their utility bills. I understand, some people on fixed incomes are struggling sometimes to make ends meet and keep a consistent budget. However, I also want to ask, just as a reminder, for myself, when will we start the program again with the meters, the electric meters?
Hopefully by the end of the year, we can us,
Okay.
and with completion at the end of 2020.
Another thing too, remind council, we're doing the electric meter, water meters. So the water meters were in installation. And I think, that caused some issue with residents scheduling, what neighborhoods were getting done. This is going to be a comprehensive all in one plan, correct?
Correct.
Any other public comments? I'd like to stay on the rates real quick, but I had someone reach out to me in my ward asked me about, their words, insane sewer rates. They're telling me that our sewer rates are triple the electric rate. And Niles, we always try to do some low utility rates, right? Is this simply us not doing enough for self-promotion? Like, I think we need to be more transparent and show our rates in comparison to the neighborhood rates. I don't know what that looks like, but I have a hard time believing the statement that was given that our rates are much higher. Every time we look, our rates are much lower. But so what I'm taking from this comment is a lack of public information as to where we stand, right? Rates are going up for everything. Our rates are dramatically higher than what dramatically higher than what they are to do. So that's true. But in comparison to other communities, we are still much cheaper. Am I wrong?
You're absolutely correct. I mean, the water rate is 5.25 per thousand gallons. Cheapest water rate in the area. You just sort of about our electric rates. I challenge anyone to go compare our electric rates versus energy or other municipalities. And the sewer rate, the actual rate itself is double. I don't know what the rate, the usage rate itself is approximately double the water. So yeah, you're 100%.
And don't get trash when you have a negotiable rate is much lower than our native as well. My point in doing all this stuff is I understand that when you're having more costs that they have to come out of pocket for. That is a fact. But in comparison, I don't know that they understand how good we are right now as a community. I don't know what we can do as council or administration to try to educate our residents of what we're doing a great job of keeping those rates affordable. Today's meeting, today's informational presentation, I requested each of this, and then we do it annually. But I also know that Mr. Sheehan called a utilities meeting when discussing rates. You can't do a rate study on one topic without talking about all of your rates. Right? We need to forecast the end and tell us what does the future look like on electric before we can ever have a discussion on water or sewer. So those conversations, these meetings that took place 5 o'clock a day, are how we keep those rates so much cheaper than our neighbors. I think we should do a better job of promoting that to our residents and getting that information out there. Because they only get one of them. They only get a bill to see how much higher that is. They only get ours, and ours are going up. I'm not sitting here saying that our rates aren't going up. They are, because everything is going up. We have to survive, but we still maintain lower than other communities. We need to do a better job as a city to promote that specific item.
Any other public comments? I guess 6. Is there any? I'm gonna say it anyways. Mayor always, the mayor always does politics. You're not a little bullshit when it isn't necessary. I'm just coming from my phone. Don't get all excited. And he's talked about sub-zero days. We can't send you. Only happens 3 or 4 sub-zero days a year. Go, Richard. And up there is just so full of shit. His eyes are. Just like the numbers, one of the men council after meeting you with the moderator in regard to in an orderly manner, allowing people extension of time to speak. Because some people are once they're like all the way from the president of the United States down to us. Everybody is afforded a First Amendment right. And again, if they're out of line, I'm going to make it move. But I do think that we don't have to like what's being said, but once you get elected, again, so I'm going to say that we do think it's commendable and advisable and taking a lot of record to allow such in the future. Again, if they get out of line like that, we're going to have to go. But we all got to like everybody, everyone up there, including yourself, we're all subject to be criticized and all that stuff. Silencing somebody is a litigation that we have really need. That's correct, as usual. Yes, that's correct. Other public comments? For the presentation of the solution.
Draft number 18/26, we got the board from 7 to 9. The ordinance is beginning and reappointing members to various boards as required by the Ohio Vice Code and or Niles Codified Ordinance and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend and on.
Second.
Mr. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Shaley,
Yes.
Mr. Glassman,
Yes.
Mr. Julian,
Yes.
Mr. Lasser, Mr. Tony.
Yes.
7 yeas, 0 nays.
Draft number 18-26 of the. So I made a motion to suspend the line, we are just slightly behind this.
Amendment draft number 12-26, we got to the board for the third time. An ordinance amending Mass Codified Ordinance 143.02 auxiliary police to declare.
Mr. Shanley, clerk call the roll.
Mr. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Shaley,
Yes.
Mr. Glassman,
Yes.
Mr. Julian, Mr. Lasser,
Yes.
Mr. Tony.
Second. Motion is on, Mr. Julian, second by Mr. Strickland, clerk call the roll.
Mr. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Shaley,
Yes.
Mr. Glassman, Mr. Julian, Mr. Lasser, Mr. Tony.
Yes.
7 yeas, 0 nays.
Draft number 12-26.
The following draft will be part of the consent agenda being brought to the board for the first time, passed together with suspension of 3 readings and adopted as an emergency. Draft number 22-26, an ordinance amending ordinance number 09-26, known as the authorized strength ordinance. Draft number 25-26, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation of funds from unappropriated fire loss claims fund for refund of fire loss claims. Draft number 26-26, resolution authorizing the city of Niles to apply for and accept the Norfolk Southern Safety First Grant for new battery powered Genesis cutter excavation tool. Draft 27-26, ordinance authorizing the city director to advertise the bids and enter into contract for the TRU, Sun Path, and Hollow Street Middle projects. Draft number 28-26, an ordinance authorizing the safety director to purchase the football cooperative, a hydro-drive lawnmower for the light department. Draft number 29-26, an ordinance accepting the annexation of 122.632 acres of certain property in Weathersfield Township, the House. Draft number 30-26, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and the safety director to enter into an agreement with the Trumbull County Board of Commissioners for indigent needs services. Draft number 31-26, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation funds from the unappropriated general fund and approving the then happening request for Trumbull County indigent plans representation for years 2024 and 2025.
Motion to suspend and on.
Second.
Motion to suspend and on, Mr. Johnson, second by Mr. Shanley, clerk call the roll, please.
Mr. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Shaley,
Yes.
Mr. Glassman,
Yes.
Mr. Julian, Mr. Lasser,
Yes.
Mr. Tony.
Yes.
7 yeas, 0 nays.
Tuesday business. General comments.
Thank you. I just want to, present last, recommend our cost what they do with the, veterans. I think everyone appreciates this. And also recognize, our city employees across the board. Up to this point, it's been very hard winter up to this point. There's still a lot left. The way they have responded to, post conditions, emergency, the last 2 weeks. There's just, Thank you.
Respecting what the mayor just said, our water department has been fighting multiple breaks one after another. They put over 24 hours in one day, working on water breaks. And these guys respond, they take care of it, they don't complain, and we're proud of them. No comment. Chief? Chief? Mr. Liddell? I would like to concur with what you just said. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You get the days. You're doing work. Wow. Excellent job. Oh, yeah. Everybody. Obviously, I could say something, but I also want to share student, they do so much for our local area, and it was nice to recognize our police department and all the police chief, but they did a lot of things as well. Julie?
I'd just like to say that our city services are my part of the best area, I would say. You know, with what we had to deal with this past week with heavy amount of snow and sub-zero temperatures, our kids were out of school for a full week because of the sub-zero temperatures. However, we also need to remind the public that we still have to get out and shovel our sidewalks. You know, we need to keep those clear. You know, if there's an emergency, you have a mailman coming through. Not only that, you have kids that are walking in the streets now. I had a resident contact me with this concern, but we have got to remind the public to get out there. If you're able-bodied, clear your sidewalks. If not, some people are able-bodied, help your neighbor, if they're elderly, get out there, help them clear those sidewalks. Because we got a lot of kids that still have to walk these sidewalks to their school. So.
Exactly what he said.
Anything else?
Really no problem.
Mr. Johnson?
Straight.
Is that two things?
One,
All the wish, Mr. Frederick Young, as a candidate for county auditor. And, the two, I got second phone call today from regularly, second family, visiting second home, asking about the, recognition of the military, sign coming out. If you was willing to pay additional costs, he has a family member, this would be a father, that wanted to have a purple heart put on it, which is very significant thing, and being, receiving it, injured, and, he's willing to pay additional costs if there is one. I think that what would be the ability to go ahead and do it?
you want,
Is one of another of that family, military family, hometown hero family?
no, I know what you want. That absolutely. Whoever makes the day. See if they keep it. We don't.
Yeah, I would direct it into that he's willing to, or special order, and he's willing to get out to the recognition.
He should call.
I don't think you can directly do it, but you can go directly on, there's no problem. But I mean, he's saying, if when he fills out his paper, he'd like to have the recognition or something of this thing, he's willing to pay additional costs. And that is not reasonable. I would put that on the application. Is this a hometown hero band? Okay, yeah, I'm just having to call, the director of the department.
Stephanie.
Mark Quinn, I would have to call Mark Quinn, secretary.
He said he spoke with one of the total and one of the they fill out that paper and request them, and then he for the additional costs if you want. I don't see every one of them get it on.
Who's,
Well, the second one, the first one, the lady didn't want her name mentioned. The second one was Mr. Ragus that also requested. Purple Heart and that. And for requesting to be able to have that done, we use banners, custom made, they're all done individually with some photos, so. How would they go about having Purple Heart?
I think they would just put me on the tape, is this it? You have always just like clear what exactly it was.
Hold that on, that one with the Purple Heart. Right, and anything else? Motion adjourned. Second.